Good morning, and you join us at Loch Druidbeg. Well, it looks like that on the map anyway. It might not be pronounced that way, but this is a spot we saw yesterday. There's a lovely car park just up here. We thought about staying on it last night, but we do prefer being near the sea. But it's RSPB nature, not a reserve, but a particularly good spot for seeing hen harrier, golden eagle and white-tailed eagle, short-eared owls as well. So we're going to park up. It's a beautiful morning, and we're going to park up, put our boots on, and see if we can go and spot ourselves some bird of prey. This is the car park. It's a mile and a half off the main road. As you can see, it's quite flat and with some cracking views. So yeah, it would be a great place to stay overnight. I'll put the location down with 3 words, and yeah, put it on your list. Oh, we're not having much luck with the seafood today. We followed a sign down to a smokehouse, drove for about 4 miles down this lane, had to turn round, there's nothing there. Met another couple who've been looking for it and they bailed out as well. So then we picked up another sign here, a couple of miles off the main road. It said seafood, shellfish, but it closes at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. So yeah. So I've just climbed out of the van now, and it's obviously very busy with scallops. Just check this out. Yeah, plenty of scallop shells there. Yet another fantastic spot on the west coast of North Uist, Baleshare, little island off an island. Yeah, I don't know if you can see there in the background. So there's 4 vans. 2 of them are neighbours we've been next to the last couple of nights. So yeah, you sort of come and meet the same people time and time again. But yeah, down a little road to a public picnic area, and you're welcome to stay the night. Oh, just a little evening wander up the beach, rather pleasant. A lot of seaweed on the beach actually, and a couple of old engines probably from ships. But what we came across was this, show you, collection, if you will, of tin cans. Look up there, all the bottles. And some of these look like they've been there since the 60s, 70s for sure. Spoke to one local guy who said, or a lady actually said, oh yeah, that's they've all been washed up, and because we get a lot of high tides, it's all been washed up off the sea. It's sea rubbish. Well, actually, I don't buy that, and I'm looking now thinking, well, it's all in one area. If it had been washed up, it would be all over the place. This is evidence of a dump. I think somebody at some stage has dug it all out and dumped this rubbish here, and coastal erosion has exposed it. Certainly been there a long time. What have we got here? We've got sparkling orange drink. I don't recognise that one. Top deck shandy. That's going back 30, 40 years. Some spam there, spam meat, and a very old Coca-Cola tin. And the irony there is, please don't litter, dispose of properly. Pretty shocking, really. I guess that's the ultimate wall of shame. Well, what a find this place has turned out to be. Looks like we're going to be treated to a lovely sunset. About another 45 minutes before it goes down. I've set the tripod up and the camera there is doing a time lapse. Maybe I'll get it right this time, maybe not, we'll see. But yeah, there's 4 vans on here, all nice and peaceful. Just hear the waves lashing in. Yeah, absolutely stunning, beautiful place. I will certainly recommend this. I'll put the location on the video with the what 3 words. But it's on Park for Night or Search for Sights, one of those. But I'll thoroughly recommend it. Absolutely gorgeous place. Get yourself out here. Come and have a look at these islands. Yeah. Good night. See you in the morning. Oh, good morning. That was a nice and peaceful night on Baleshare. We may well be back here tonight, we'll see. We'll have a good look around North Uist today. We've got one more day on North Uist, and then tomorrow morning we get the ferry over to Harrison Lewis. So we're going to have a look around North Uist. There's a couple of tourist spots want to see, a burial chamber and a few other art installations. And yeah, see if we can spot somewhere for tonight. So we're walking up to a bit of overcast morning, bit of damp and drizzle, but nonetheless, still going to have a good day. Should clear up later. Well, we're just a couple of minutes outside of Loch Maree, and there's an ancient burial chamber up here, which is the remains of a early settlement dated to about 5,000 years ago. So they reckon it's one of the oldest standing buildings in Europe. So we're going to have a look at it. Well, there you go, 5,000-year-old pile of rocks. I guess it's of some interest to archaeologists, and I shouldn't mock it, but yeah, sadly you can't go in. There's been a collapse, so there's nothing to see. You can't get inside. It's imminent danger of complete collapse, I think is the phrase they used. So yeah, that's something else. See, let's move on. I picked up this handy little Hebridean culture guide made in the Outer Hebrides, and on page, actually there's no page number, but yeah, one of the things it suggests we come and find out, look for, there's a lot of sculpture, a lot of art on the Uist Islands, particularly North Uist, and there's this sculpture. I don't know if you can see that page there. I think you can. Yeah, Untitled Sanctuary. And I thought, yeah, that looks interesting. I'll go and get a picture of that. I don't know what I expected it to be size-wise, but certainly a little bit bigger than that. Anyway, we'll get a couple of photographs and try and make it look more impressive than it actually is in real life. Was worth the drive down here because we had a wonderful sighting with a short-eared owl that hung around and flew around the front of the van for a minute or two. So I think I got some stills of that. It won't be very good, I wouldn't imagine, but nonetheless it was an excellent sighting. So well worth the drive down here. It's funny, isn't it? You wouldn't stop for a herd of Frisians and take a load of photographs, but when it comes to Highland cattle, it's mandatory, isn't it? Aren't they beautiful? Here's a prime example of why we like touring the way we do. We drive along the main road and we'll see a little side road, left or right. Where does that go? And sometimes it's a dead end, sometimes it's nothing. And every now and then you come across wonderful little places like this. Tiny little port, it's not on the map. Little wander down the beach. Absolutely gorgeous place. Well, hello again. Right, we found our park up for the night. We're on Clachan Sands, and just for reference, it's a 20-minute drive from Bernard Port, so really handy for the ferry, and we're on the ferry at 9:25 in the morning, so that's pretty good for us. And I'll just turn around there. You can see Erica and a few other vans. There's a £10 donation in an honesty box. There's water on site and a dustbin, and probably one of the nicest views you'll ever get for wild camping. Absolutely stunning. Just a word of warning though, it's quite a rough track to get down here. There's actually two off the main road, there's two signs to Clachan. One of them says Clachan Sands, ignore that one, go for the one that says beach access. It's a little bit closer to Bernard than the other, and it goes past the cemetery. When you pass the cemetery, you'll actually think this is as far as I go, but it does keep going. Take it steady, it's well worth the effort.